Well, hello there. Welcome to Vintage Baby 63 Studio for the day. Today is Saturday. It's around, I don't even know what time it is for us. It is 3:26 p.m. And I only had a couple of votes, but both of them actually voted for card number 3. So today I'm going to go with you, create with you, hang out with you, and we are going to make a card with the Vintage Valentine, which I have already fussy cutted. Normally I would go in here and cut this little space between his head and that heart too, but today I think I'll just leave it there. If you've been following me long or know my style, I like to fussy cut a lot. It's like one of my major styles, I guess you could say. Everybody's got a different style, and fussy cutting is one of my favorite things to do, whether it be an image, a stamped image, an image from a magazine, a vintage Valentine. If you'll notice, I'm just going to briefly show you what I have been working on. I have a special order that I've been filling that for a friend of mine, Kimmy. She is my most loyal customer. She buys from me all the time. I make special orders for her all the time. So you'll see that I fussy cutted the 2 little angels in this piece. So that was a stamp. In this piece I also fussy cutted the little girl holding the bunny. Now, another thing that is my favorite is crimson stamps. And so these are all pretty much made with the crimson stamp. If you notice this one's got a little boy with the flower in his hand. And then that globe, I think I got that at Hobby Lobby. I think that's their Stampabilities brand. It is Stampabilities brand. Sorry about that. If you watch my channel before or in the future, if you watch it, you'll always hear my dogs because unfortunately I can't put a mute on them while I'm doing videos. Here's another piece that I did for her, and there is the little stamp that I fussy cutted for her on that one. And then last of all, right now I have one more to do, but these are red lead pepper, I can't talk today, red lead paperworks stamps. That's what these little sisters, little Valentine sisters, and then the stamp that says tried and true, that is also their little wooden stamp. And then that's a sticker back there, but it's not on vellum, but it's see-through, so all you see is the actual image of the sticker. So those are all ones that I've been making for her. I've got one more to do, which is this one. I will be fussy cutting that one too. So anyway, so back to what we were doing, back to what I was working on. So if you remember, or if you saw my previous video, you saw that included in the kit was one of these vintage Valentine envelopes. But I decided that I would make my card. And the card is going to be kind of like the envelope, if you noticed. I like that style, and I just thought it would be really cute. So we're going to do that. And then instead of sticking it... hey. Shh. Instead of sticking it, this in the envelope, because it obviously is not going to fit. This envelope is glued to here and here. So, as you notice, this is too big. So, what I decided to do is, I am going to glue the envelope inside of here, and it's going to become a pocket for you to put your own private little note, little message. If you want to write a letter to your Valentine, you can do that. So it's going to be inside there, right? Now, what I need to decide is, I am crazy about background stamps. So I was trying to decide, should I cover it with the envelope that's going to go in there? Should I cover it with paper, with the book page? Or should I stamp a background stamp on it, so I'm just covering the envelope with the stamp. I just haven't decided. So you're going to help me. Not help me physically, because obviously you can't talk to me while I'm doing the video. You can make comments later after the video post, but so I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to use a background stamp on it, because I have some. I actually have, and the part of this is, I think over here, I don't have a lot of background stamps over here in my basket. I think this, oh, I don't like that glare. This is a new stamp that I got. That's a Tim Holtz stamp. Yeah, I don't like that glare, so let's kind of tilt it. So these are quite lovely, and I think I just might take one of these, and I'm going to stamp it on there. Now, recently, I bought like one of the biggest acrylic blocks I've ever seen, and let's see, is it gonna work? It's a little too long, but you know what? I'm not going to use the entire stamp. You're going to see here in a second what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to go with a vintage photo or walnut stain. I think I'm going to do walnut stain. It's just one of my favorite, all-time favorites. This is like one of the very first Distress ink pads colors that came out when Tim Holtz started his Distress ink line. Like, I know he announced it the other day, how many years it's been. 20 years? 25 years? I don't remember exactly. So, what I like to do is I like to take the background stamp, and sometimes I just stamp the whole thing, but obviously this is skinny. So what I like to do is just like touch it here and there. So I still have ink here. I've used that ink up. I can do a second, and I'll get a little, what you call, I forgot what it's called. So I'm not going to really call it anything. Let's go this direction. I have some more right there. I try to use up all my ink that I have. I just like to do like a little here and there, but I like to cover it, right? So now that I've covered that up, I'll wash that off later. And there you go. I just really like the way that looks, just like a partially like stamped image. So now I was thinking I could cover the other side with the paper, but nobody's going to see that because I'm going to glue it down inside here. Right? What's the point, Joanna? Okay, so, sorry, my name is Joanna. I don't even think I said that. And I didn't give everybody a welcome, but welcome. Welcome to my live studio inspiration. I hope that some people find this inspiring. I noticed on my video the other day I was doing a lot of coughing, and I apologize for that. When I wake up first thing in the morning, unfortunately, my allergies are trying to clear themselves from my body. And that means I do a lot of coughing, clearing my throat. So, now, we got that in there, right? And that ink, the Distress ink, depending on what kind of paper you are stamping on, it is a dye-based ink, so it dries pretty quickly, but you can also apply, like a heat gun to it to make sure that it's dried. It was still a little wet when I touched it, so you'll see that it kind of got on my hand right there, but that's okay. It's not, I'm not here for perfection, right? So I like that. So I think what I'm going to do next, because in greeting cards, obviously, there's always like a sentiment on the card, or there is, you want blank space for a sentiment. Well, or I'm sorry, for you to sign it. So because I'm putting an envelope in here for you to place your note to your Valentine or a letter to your Valentine, tickets to a movie. I mean, gift card. You could stick anything in there, right? That's not going to have a sentiment on it. So, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this. Yeah, I'm going to take that. I'm going to get my ruler. I do a lot of cutting, but I also do a lot of tearing with my ruler. And I just want to tear off that blank edge. I want the text. And believe me, I will save that later for something else. So what I'm going to do now is just kind of, probably what I'm going to do is, now this, I know a lot of people use the art glitter glue, and I've just never done that. This, I've worn the label off of it. I'm trying to remember the name of this glue, but I got it from scrapbook.com. I like to order from scrapbook.com because they are here locally in Arizona to me. And usually when they ship it to me from their offices, I think are maybe in Chandler, which is where my son lives, it gets to me very quickly. So I like to order from them. Plus, a lot of times they give free items with your purchases, and that's where I got this glue. It was a free item for, I don't remember what the purchase cost was, but you know what? I have an extra bottle that I bought because I want to keep it. Scrapbook.com, Artis, Artis, get the glare off of there, craft glue. I like it because it comes with that fine, look how tiny that hole is, fine tip, which I greatly love. I have different kinds of glue that I use for different purposes. But I find myself reaching for that glue most often. So now that we've got that down, I also keep a little can of tools right here close to me that I can grab quickly. And what we're going to do is just we're going to trim the paper off the card. Uh-oh, I hear my dogs getting in a sack somewhere in there. Did I leave a sack in the hallway when I came home with groceries? I don't think I did, but JD, what are you doing? What are you sticking your nose in? Oh, he may have got it out of the recycle pile, but that's what he did. Okay, just hang on a second. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I had to go and rescue a bag from him because, well, you know, he could get his head stuck in there and I wouldn't even know it until it's too late. So, I don't allow him to play with bags. Okay, so now we've got the inside. We've got the envelope that we can stick, like I said, a letter in, a note in, a gift card, tickets to a movie, whatever you want to send to your love. Now, I also was thinking that I was going to put so you can open it, or should I do it like this? I don't know why I would have that flap there if I was going to do that, but I don't like covering up that whistle thing, so should I just mount it like this? Now this is just whistle, I'll come running, and he has a little whistle in his hand. But because I put this die-cutted embossed heart in this kit, and I put it together with this, I sliced, made a little cut around his thumb where he's holding that heart, so that I could slide my heart in there instead, so he can be holding my heart instead of that heart. I like the saying, it's cute, but I might end up cutting that flap off. That's what I might end up doing. Or, like I said, could mount it over there, though I just think that's weird to be opening the flap with him on it. What if I did it this way? No, then that would be upside down. Okay. I think what's going to happen is that flap's going to get cut off. I think that's what's going to happen. What do you think? Decisions, decisions. What would you do? I like that little flap there, but I do not. He's not going to fit like that either with the heart in his hand for me to close it. I would have to kind of, he would have to be, well, you know what? That's okay that he hangs off a little. It really is. It's fine. I don't know why I'm kind of stressing about that. Not really stressing, but you know what I mean. Right? Because he can go right there. And this can go right there. Okay. Alright. You know what else I think I might add? Okay. Well, I thought I had this all thought out in my head, and here I am kind of hesitating. Sorry about that. Because then I also have this arrow, which I was going to, like, put in his hand. Like, you're shooting an arrow through my heart kind of thing. And I was going to change the title on it. Trying to hide that whistle he has in his hand. Or I could just leave that there. I could put the heart down here. Leave that there. Maybe put the heart on the inside. Maybe put him on the inside. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold everything. Hold everything. Oh, yeah. Okay. I like that a lot better. I like him inside. I do. And then what I can do on the outside is put this down, and this can be like the seal to close it. And then I can wrap this around it to hold it closed, and just do this. What do you think? Sorry guys, I like to listen to music while I'm working. I don't mean to be quiet, but I can't think and talk at the same time. Okay, yeah, I think I like that. So, we're going to leave this out here and this out here for that. We're going to put him inside here. And we are going to, let's glue him down because I like that. I like him staying right there. Sorry, Joe from Kim. I'm going to cover you up. And even though I already cut, oops, I'm not in the camera. Even though I already cut the hand spot, I had also cut a hand there because I thought I might be able to fit that arrow through there, so it looked like he's really holding that arrow instead of the whistle, but it wasn't big enough, and I didn't want to cut any more on that. But you really can't see that now that I've glued him down. You can't tell that I cut those two spots, right? Okay, so we're going to put that there. Now this, because if we're going to do this out here like this, we can put the person's name right here, right? Yeah, I like that. We're going to do that. So, let's get glue. Let's get glue right here. Now, if you notice, this is kind of tore a little when I think because the cardstock had that metallic film on the top, it kind of cracked and tore, but you really can't see that either once you glue it down. So I put that just at the top, obviously, because I want them to be able to open the envelope. So I didn't want to cut that off, right? And then this little piece right here is going to kind of Because I don't know if you noticed, but right there where it tore a little now, it's got a little hole. There's just, when you layer things, it's magic because you can cover that up and nobody would ever know it's there. Unless, of course, you watch this video, then you know it's there. Right? Yeah, I can't hide my secrets when I'm videoing things, right? That's all right, because it really doesn't affect the look of it, I don't think. What do you think? So I'm going to put that right there. Now, I've been involved in art. My earliest memory of art, obviously, is when my mother gave me a coloring book and a box of crayons. I loved coloring when I was a child. And I went from coloring to loving art in elementary school. Junior high, I took a photography class as my art elective. I learned about photography, also developing my own photos and that sort of thing. And then when I entered high school, I took art for 4 years, and I took ceramics for 3 years. So I can also do pottery. I was not as wild about pottery as I was about art. I made some pretty cool pottery things, but in reality, I really loved art much, much more. So another thing that I'm going to do now that you will, if you have followed me for very long, you'll see that I do quite often, and that's that I like to outline things. Envelopes, cards, whatever, tags, whatever I'm working on in either black or white or gold or just whatever looks what's the word I'm looking for? Coordinates to me. And red and white just to me is a Valentine thing. But then so is black, but I don't know why. I just grabbed the white because I just thought, oh, I'm going to do a white outline. I love it because it just adds detail to the envelope or to the card. Just enough detail to catch your eye, I think. I don't do it heavily. I just do like a fine line. And it just, I don't know about you, but to me it just adds a special little touch that I like. And you know what? I'm going to take that line and take it all the way up here to this part of the flap that you don't see because it's covered by the other flap. But it gives me a complete look, and that's what I like. I like things to look complete. They don't have to look perfect, but I like things to look complete. So, what do you think so far? What do you think? I really like it. I think it's turning out pretty cool. So now, like I said, you can put the name here of whoever you're giving the Valentine to. I am going to take my yarn, my multicolored yarn, and I'm just going to wrap around a couple of times. Let's see, let's do this better than that, Joanna. Let's start. This is how I start. Okay, I give the tail and I wrap it around. I try to make it long enough to do twice because I just like the way it looks. I like that string to look. Anyway, when I was talking about art, that I've been taking art for a long time, and one of the main things about art was always, my teacher taught me about threes, that it's more aesthetically pleasing to do things in uneven numbers. So 9 times out of 10, you're going to see me use at least 3 elements to create. So on this particular piece right here, on this outside of the envelope, you've got the yarn, you've got the heart, you've got the label. That's 3 pieces, right? So that looks perfect to me. I just love the way that looks. I love the way that looks. Now, I still have the arrow and I still have the 2 buttons. So this is my my next step is I'm going to figure out, because I'm putting everything in it. Everything that I gathered up the other day on my video, I'm going to try and keep and use it. So inside, so this is 3 elements out here, right? On the inside, we have actually 1, 2, 3 already. But I still have this arrow and I still have these 2 buttons. Now, I love to use buttons. Now, if we wanted to actually see this as an element, this is going to be hard with the arrow. Because technically you could say this is 1, 2, 3. Or you could say 1, 2, 3. You can also go to 5. So I could say 1, 2, 3, 4, and then add one more thing, but I don't have anything else to add. The only other thing I could add would be like a stamp maybe, but I don't really see that I have a stamp that I could add to it. Now over here is my little trinket boxy kind of thing, you could call it. This is where I just throw little snippets of here and there of things that I've been creating. Like right here, I have some. No, I already glued that down. No, that's not gonna work. I already have page. I'm sorry, but page there, and I already have him glued down. I could have added maybe some angel wings behind him, but no, that's too big. Oh, I also have in here a little envelope that I got from Red Lead Paperworks when I placed my order. She put some sequins in there and some buttons. Well, I already have buttons, so I don't want to use buttons. And sequins, doesn't really thrill me for that. Okay. Anyway, I keep those to the side. Oh, you know what I do have? I do have my little collection of sequins, beads, and safety pins that are in the kit, part of the kit. That it's I don't know about that arrow. That arrow's throwing me off. Since it didn't work out, I don't want to put it in his hand. I want to leave the whistle. Since I'm leaving the just whistle, I'll come running part. I didn't cover that up with the heart that I was planning on covering it up with. Okay, it looks like we're just going to count this 1, 2, 3. And that's what it's going to end up being. I might need to make this a little bit longer. No, it'll be all right. Okay, so there it is. I'm running out of time. I didn't want this to run more than 30 minutes. We're sitting at 28 minutes right now. But probably what I will do next, and I'll just do it off camera, would be to add some thread. Let's see, I have some red thread. Add some thread to the buttons so it looks like they're sewn on when they're not. And that's just another little trick. I like to run thread through them to make it look like they're sewn on. But if you sew them on, then you got, holes on the back of this, and I wouldn't like that. That would not make me happy. It's all about making me happy, right? So, anyway, I'm going to sew these on, or pretend like I'm sewing them on. They're going to be pretend sewn on. And then I will take a picture and add that to the end of the video. I appreciate you being here, guys, and I appreciate the 2 votes that I got for card number 3. Probably in a couple of days, maybe tomorrow, I'll be able to do card number 2 or 1. We'll see. My husband, when he's home, it's just chaotic with the dogs and everything, and I don't have any moment to myself. So these videos are done either on my lunch break when he's not here, or like today, he's gone to to hang out with his friends and they're watching games. I don't know what they're watching, but anyway. So I hope everybody has a great Saturday afternoon, and be good. and be creative. Be inspired. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.